Don't do this alone. Please, I beg you. Whatever it is you do, don't do this alone. This walk, it's not easy. It's a beautiful thing. It's the best thing. It's the number one journey, number one thing you could possibly embark on. It's not even close. It's the best thing you could possibly do. Start this journey, start this walk in truth with Yahuwah in his name. Keep his laws, keep his commandments. But it's not easy. There was a story I remember when Yahusha, it's in the book of Nazarene. It's the prodigal son, I don't know how to say it, prodigal son, but it's in the book of Nazarene as well, the Basora of the Chaldees. And in the writing, 2 disciples went and they brought back one of the disciples that went missing. And when they brought back the disciple, Yahusha was extremely happy and joyful to see the one that they brought back. But the two that brought him, obviously one was holding him, I guess, the other one had him on his other side. The one they brought back was in the middle. They were sad. Their countenance saddened. Because they're like, Yahusha, he's like, Yahusha, Master, what? You're so happy to see him, but what about us? We just got back too. And Yahusha told them the story. There were the 2 boys, the 2 sons, and their father was the king, the rich man. And one of the boys said, Father, I'm tired of this. I don't want to be in this kingdom. I don't want to be in your house. Just let me get my inheritance. Let me get my portion and let me go. So the father said, very well. He gave him his portion. The son left. He went to a distant city. And what did he do? He spent it on a hedonistic lifestyle. He was living a wicked life. He was gambling. He lost all his money. He blew his inheritance on wickedness. It was so bad to the point he had to work in a field with pigs. And he literally said, I'd rather be a servant in my father's kingdom. I'd rather be one of the servants that are hired than in this field, than living this lifestyle. So what did the son do? After he hit his absolute lowest point, when he hit rock bottom, when he was in the field working with pigs, he wanted to throw up. I mean, because obviously eating pigs is abominable. Now he's working in the field with them. It's disgusting. He's like, I can't do this. He goes back to his father. On the way back, one of the servants in his father's house sees the son walking back, and he's running. And then he tells the master, he's like, Master, the son, your son is coming back. And the father's like, what? He's coming back? He was pumped. He was so happy. He said, go get the fattened calf or whatever. We're going to throw a party. We're going to turn up. We're going to celebrate. My son is on his way back. We're lit. Turn me up. So as one of the servants is running to get the fattened calf or whatever it is, the other son, who never left his father's side, who's still working and serving his father, grabs the servant and says, whoa, where are you going? What are you running for? He's like, I'm getting the fattened calf for your son. He's like, why? What's going on? What's the occasion? What are we celebrating? He's like, your brother is on the way back and your father wants to celebrate. That son became furious. The one that heard that from the servant, he was not happy. So he went to his father immediately. He said, Father, what's going on? He was like, why are you mad, son? He's like, Father, what's going on? Like, why are you throwing this kid a party? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, Father, this kid took his portion. He took your inheritance, everything you worked up and you were going to leave behind to us. He took his portion. He blew it on a hedonistic lifestyle. He lost everything. He blew it. Like, he's an idiot. And you're throwing a party and a fattened calf for him when he came back? I've always been by your side. I never left your side. I've always been here. I've always worked in your household. I've always done what I had to do. I didn't blow my inheritance. I've always been good. I've always been here. I've never messed up. Like, I've always been by your side. You can't even compare the foolishness he's partaken in to the loyalty that I've displayed to you. And you never thrown a party for me or my friends. But you're throwing it for this guy who blew it on a hedonistic lifestyle, who lost everything, blew your portion, and is coming back to you because he's desperate. You're going to throw him a party. And the father put his hand, I think he put his hand on his son or whatever, and he looked at him and said, son, you're my trusty right hand. I need you. I love you. I know you would never do me wrong. Without you, I'm nothing. You're everything to me. But the one that I lost, the one whom I love and I thought I lost, has finally come back to me. How could I not be happy? And that was what Yahushua was trying to tell them. The one who I thought I've lost has come back to me. How could I not be happy? Usually when people start something, they start it out of, well, let's go back. Those two servants went out and brought the one who left them. And that's why Yahushua was happy. Now, if those two didn't go out and get him, do you think he would have came back? Probably. The one guy came, the father's son came back. Okay, cool. But that was for out of desperateness, all those things. But we're talking about in this walk. The two disciples or two men with Yahushua went to go bring him back. He had people that cared about him. He had counsel. He had a community. How much do you think that helped? How much do you think that contributed to him being able to come back? Them going out and bringing him back. A lot of times when people start something, it's out of empathy. It's like, bro, I totally get where you're coming from. That's why I want to help you. Bro, I totally get why you're heartbroken. I get how you feel that she did that to you, bro. I've been there before. When I came into this walk, I had two brothers. Yahuwah used them to bring me into this walk. I can't imagine what it would be like. I don't know what it's like to be alone on a walk. A lot of you are alone. You have Yahuwah, but you don't have friends that are on this walk with Yahuwah. You don't have anyone to talk to about the word. I'm talking about when it comes to Yahuwah, in his name, in truth. You don't have anybody. You're all alone, and that sucks. I know what it's like to be alone in other parts of life, but I don't know what it's like to be alone on this walk, and I can't even begin to imagine it. Like, I can't. There's been so many times I've strayed off. I started walking away. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I start asking weird questions. I start tripping about certain things. I'm like, wait, Yahuwah, this. And then my friends would come in and say, no, hold on. Watch out with that stuff. Let me show you this. Show me a verse. Show me Revelation. Yahuwah would use them to show me X, Y, and Z. They'll show me something that I didn't yet know. Reveal information to me that I haven't yet seen. And I'd be like, oh yeah, you're right, I'm tripping. But if I didn't have them, I don't know if I can't tell you with certainty that I would be as focused, as locked in, and as serious as I am in my walk. I don't know if I would be. But I can't imagine being alone on this walk. And a lot of you are. And you have so much of my, not that it matters, right? But you have so much of my respect because I just can't, I don't know how you do it. I can't empathize with you. All I can do is sympathize. And I say all that to say, I got on my knees one night the other day and I prayed. I said, Yahuwah, help me find something that I can do. Like, just please give me something. The next day I started a Discord community. And Yahuwah put that on my heart to start trying to build a community. And this is a community for you. It's not for me, it's for you. It's not my community, it's Yahuwah's community. And this is a community for people who want to follow Yahuwah in his name, in truth. And want to have people they can talk to about the word, people they can share verses with, they can ask questions and see what other people say, be around like-minded people who are on this walk with Yahuwah. This community is literally for you. And I didn't start it, Yahuwah didn't start it through me because I understand where you're coming from. He started it through me because I can't imagine what it would be like to be where you're at. I want to build a community where we can all come to. We can converse, we can talk about the word in truth, in love, in spirit, and have no fear and not feel like there's any enemy or like feel like there's someone we're combating or argue against. This is a community completely centered around Yahuwah and truth. No BS will be tolerated. There's no Jesus in this chat. There's no God. None of that stuff. This is a truth community centered around Yahuwah in his name. And I want you to be a part of it. I don't want you to be alone. I want you to join this community. I want us to have each other. This walk is not easy. Yahushua told them when they brought the one who strayed off back to them, he said, the going gets tough and many people get weary and they fall off. Those are the ones that need encouragement. On the journey, there's a lot of people. The journey's not easy. It's not, Yahushua said it, it's not easy, it's hard. But many people stray off, they fall off. Those are the ones that need encouragement. Those are the ones that need people, that need a community, and I want you to be a part of it. I want you to join this community. I don't want you to be alone, and I want you to have people that can help you and bring you closer to Yahuwah, or if not even bring you closer, just make the journey that much more enjoyable and better. And I have a couple verses too that I want to read. Ecclesiastes 4:9-11. Two are better than one, because they have a reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falls, for he has not entered to help him. He does not have another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Man, that is so. Man, we could do a whole breakdown on all these verses we got pulled up. But just for the sake of time, we're just gonna go through it. One more time, I have to read this. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his companion. But woe to him who is alone when he falls, for he has no one to help him up. Again, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one be warm alone? Think about that. Proverbs 18:1. And these are all verses to help illustrate why I want you to join this community. I want you to have a community. By the way, I don't get anything out of this at all. Actually, I do. I get the enjoyment and fulfillment of knowing I'm serving Yahuah and I'm serving you guys. But if we're talking about like money, all these things, I don't get anything. Like, this is not what this is for. This doesn't cost money. Come on. Like, get serious, bro. Proverbs 18:1. A man who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He rages against all wise judgment. Do you know how many times when I've isolated myself, even on this walk, I start becoming wise in my own eyes? Remember Proverbs 3:5-8. Do not be wise in your own eyes. I try to become wise in my own eyes, seek things out by myself. And what does it do? A man who isolates himself seeks his own desire. I've sought out my own desire at times. Don't be that person. He rages against all wise judgment. You isolate yourself, you rage against wise judgment. Where does that lead to? Damnation. You don't isolate yourself, you join a community, and you take heed to wise judgment. What is that going to do? Propel you in your walk. Genesis 2:18. And Yahuah our Lord said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. I will make him a helpmeet. What did Yahuah say when he saw Adam by himself? He said, it's not good he's alone. So what did he do? He said, I'm going to give him a helpmeet. He created woman. Yahuah knows we shouldn't be alone. He understands we shouldn't be alone. He created us. Does your knowledge supersede his? Obviously not, and you know that. So don't act like it. By the way, I'm not saying this like I want you to be a part of my community. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't do this alone. Find other people. I don't care where it is. Just find other people. Don't do this by yourself. 1 Kings 19:9-10. Where are we at? 12 minutes? Okay, we got to speed up. And there he went into a cave and spent the night in that place. And behold, the word of Yahuah came to him, and he said to him, what are you doing here, Elijah? So he said, I have been very zealous for Yahuah, Eluah of hosts. For the children of Yashral have forsaken your covenant, tore down your altars, and killed your prophets with the sword. I alone am left, and they seek to take my life. I alone am left. I believe Elijah was very discouraged because obviously they took out all the righteous men and he knew they were after him next. But the thought of knowing he was the last one standing took an immense toll on him. I think it really affected him, knowing I'm now pretty much alone. Nobody wants to be alone. Even if I didn't know any of you, but I knew no one else was on a walk, that would take a toll on me because I'd be like, man, I'm alone. There's no one else. I don't know any of you, but I know a lot of you are on this walk, and that's encouraging to me. That gives me solace in a sense. It's like a form of consolation almost. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. Friend. We can sharpen each other's countenance, and we do that. A lot of you guys make videos. I make videos. Me and my friends have each other. Iron sharpen iron. We lift up each other's countenance. It's a beautiful thing. Acts 2:44-47. Now all who believed were together and had all things in common, and sold their possessions and good, and divided them among all, as anyone had need. It's a beautiful thing. So continuing daily with one accord in the temple and breaking bread from house to house, they ate their food with gladness and simplicity of heart, praising Allah and having favor with all people. And Yahuah added to the church daily, to the people daily, those who were being saved. Man, that's so beautiful, man. That's an awesome thing. Proverbs 11:14, where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. When you don't have counsel, when the people don't have counsel, they fall. But when there's a multitude of wise men, a multitude of counsel, there is safety. Proverbs 12:15, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he who needs counsel is wise. Galatians 6:12, as many as desire to make a good showing in the flesh, these would compel you to be circumcised, only if that they may not suffer persecution for the sake of Mashiach. Matthew 18:20, for where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there in the midst of them. I am there also. When we're gathered in Yahushua's name, and there's 2 or 3 of us, or multiple of us, he's in the midst of us. Last verse, guys. Amos 3:3. Can two walk together unless they are agreed? And that's what I want to end it off on. This is a community where I'm on the same page as you. We're all on the same page. No one who isn't is going to be a part of it. We're going to be here for each other, and we're going to walk agreed. Because if we not, we can't walk together at all. That's it, guys. I hope you join the community, because I want you to have a place where you can come to, and you have people who you can get information from, you can converse with, you can drop your thoughts into, and you can just have a safe haven, a place where we're all after Yahuwah's heart. We want Yahuwah's will. We're all after Yahuwah. Our minds and hearts are fixated on him, and we want to have other people around us who have that exact same goal and desire. I'll drop the link in the chat, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.